don't buy it, someone else is going to buy it. You know what I mean? Like
it's like ivory.
That makes
it's like
it
ivory.
okay. That makes it okay.
I take it.
No.
It's walking distance from my place.
That makes it okay.
Listen, Chris, I mean, there was a time when there was a Mexican guy at the border who was like, hey, teenage girl, you take to San Diego, you get $3,000. And I took her. Because if I didn't sex traffic this girl, somebody else was going to sex traffic her.
Yeah, no, that's not cool, man. You gotta fuck off.
Well,
don't be
that's
like that.
No. I don't fuck with human trafficking. I don't fuck with that shit, okay?
All right. Well,
that's
it's
something
one time.
Flat out fuck with. I don't care if it's one time.
Okay.
Motherfucker, if El Chapo came up to me and said, here's $5 million to take this kid into the U.S. They're going to be fucking trafficked. Don't give a fuck what you think.
Dude, he needed a new lens. He needed a new lens.
So your manager... Your manager would like you more if you started human trafficking a little bit.
But I'm going to tell you right now, you got to quit saying manager. That's my friend, man. I don't have people that manage me and friends that help me out.
Sure. You're going to want to pay him as a manager.
Well, no. There's going to come a day where I'm making enough to where, like, I want to be able to drop him a large sum of cash. Like, I want to get to a point where I'm making enough to drop him $2,000 a fucking month so he never has to fucking work again. But, like, right now, I'm not at that point.
That's an interesting number.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Just a couple of months and you're retired.
Yeah. Hear me the fuck out. If I can pay him consistently every month that amount, I mean, come on. Most people in the U.S., living in a nice house could fucking make that work. And the thing is, that's not just, the maximum. I want to be able to pay him more and more and more. I'm just saying, at minimum, I'd like to be able to drop $2,000 in his hand every month.
Sure.
Like,
I can think
that's the fucking bro. That's the person that gives a fuck enough to, like, have your fucking back.
Chris, how do you feel that you lost in a lightsaber duel to a human trafficker?
Whatever, dude. Don't give a fuck. It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change who you are.
Do you look at me differently now?
That you know this.
I mean, if you're being serious, bro, yeah, I look at you a whole lot fucking different.
I mean, it was just like 20 miles from the border to San Diego.
Dude.
Airsoft.
You know what's going to happen to that kid.
Well, she was like, they're going to kill me, they're going to rape me. And I was like, shh, I'm trying to listen to Matchbox 20.
Exactly. See, and you doomed this is real, dude. You doomed a fucking child that instead of just taking it, you could have taken that fucking money, took and dropped that kid off at a state office, and they would have fucking figured it out.
Yeah, but then the mafia would have, the cartel would have been looking for me.
I mean,
that's
the risk you got to take. If you want to be a good person and still get the money, you're going to have to do it. People wanting to kill you because you're too nice to fucking hurt someone, but you're too bad of a person to fucking not skip out of the money.
He's a superhero.
He is.
There's moral clarity.
Yeah.
So there's three choices when you're approached with something like this. Ready?
Yeah.
Number one.
For next time, I'm going to listen.
Number one, you say no, you just walk away. You say nothing else. Like, hey, no, I'm not part of this. I'm gone.
Yeah.
The next step is if they're a violent type and you say no, they say, look, you're either taking this kid, taking this money, or you're going to put a bullet through your skull.
Sure.
You look at them and you tell them, you put a fucking bullet through my skull. Because I'm not going to fucking lower myself to be a piece of shit like that. You take the fucking bullet. Because what that kid's going to go through is a lot fucking worse than you dying. And then lastly, you could be a piece of shit. Take the fucking money, run, you take the kid to some state office a couple states over, drop her off so they get help. And then you just take off and disappear. But then you run the risk, like you said, of the fucking people coming after you because you still fucked someone over. Just as you're going to have good people after you for fucking that kid over, you're going to have bad people after you for fucking them over.
What if the girl...
The only way for you to not have a guilty conscience in that situation either way is to just say no. But to me, just saying no is even fucking worse. Because you don't care enough to at least do something.
She was annoying. Does that change anything?
That does not change a single thing.
Like, really annoying.
She had braces.
Yeah.
She listened to the Spice Girls.
Yeah, and she would quote Friends nonstop.
No, I don't care. You could be the most annoying person on earth.
Okay.
I don't think you should be just put through a life like that.
If I remember correctly, she was also fat phobic, which I don't know.
I don't care.
She didn't stop.
Hatred can be learned to lose.
Tell your aunt that.
Hatred is taught, and it can be de-taught.
She was playing with a yo-yo, and she scuffed the paint.
So?
On my car. It was a 2002 Honda Accord.
It's a fucking car. It's the fucking most basic fucking car you could ever get.
Well,
it's literally a car that gets some spoiler. Get away for free.
And also, who does the round the world like near a car? You know what I mean? Like she was
a fucking kid who doesn't know any fucking better and didn't have a family to teach him fucking right.
Don't try to do around the world.
You can't.
No.
You need 6 feet in every direction.
No, that's the fucking truth, right? If you're raised your whole life
Yeah.
Not being taught that that's dangerous to do. Not being taught that there are consequences to doing that kind of thing.
And there are
Are you going to
consequences
fucking
around the world.
realize that and not do
Listen,
it? No.
this is my. How dare you call my car basic? I had the fuzzy dice. I had a spoiler.
Basic as a bad.
It was tinted. The windows were tinted.
Yeah.
Boyfriend, you need to shut the fuck up because that was so basic.
You
That
took
was
the
more
governor
than 2
out.
years ago.
I needed to pay for a new tape deck. That's why I did it. That's why I took her up to SD.
A tape deck?
Yeah, I wanted a new tape deck.
Bro, fucking serious?
Yeah.
That's not a good reason, man. That changes a lot more about it, and it makes it worse for you, but
You know, Chris, I just can't. I can't meet you halfway on this
than
one.
it should have been.
I met you halfway on getting laid on.
You know what? How about this? You know what? To the people out there, if you don't want to watch an asshole like this be a piece of shit, y'all can find me on YouTube. Y'all can find me on Cameo. Y'all don't have to listen to this.
I can't wrap my head
I
around
love
this. You're
you,
saying
Danny, but like, what you saying like that, I'm starting to have some different thoughts about it.
you're telling me if an 18-year-old girl just randomly just sent a hard around the world right into your car, your prized possession, you're not going to get a little pissed off?
Again, I really emphasize this. If I know the situation this girl is coming from, and I know they really had a family that would not have taught her about that,
Yeah.
then I might be pissed about the situation itself.
You don't
but I'm
do
not gonna
the
get mad at
dog.
the
You
kid.
got anything valuable? You
I'm
don't.
not gonna fucking get mad at the kid. I'll get mad
Chris.
at the situation that happened.
I didn't sex traffic anybody. We're fucking
I
around.
was messing around.
I didn't sex.
I get that, brother, but that's something I don't like to play around with.
All right,
Because that's like some very like I said, we were fostering some kids. They went through that shit. I seen firsthand.
You called me a
What people
chuma
like
like
that.
5 minutes ago.
I told you that if you would have told the right person, the wrong person technically, but the right people that you told that to, they would. I told you. I don't call you that because I know you on a more personal level. We're not
By the
extremely
way-
personal. We don't talk all day.
By the way, for the record,
We know each other enough to
Yeah.
where I know you're not doing that shit. But like,
for the record, I
Maybe.
also don't.
if you tell a person
Mhm.
in prison that story, that's what they're gonna do. And I'm warning you.
Ask me.
Yes, make the joke with your friends, but like, be careful who you make that joke to because you might find someone that ain't gonna find that funny. I don't find that kind of. I'm being blunt with you right now because I'm the type of guy that'd rather be blunt. I really don't appreciate. Like, I can appreciate a good fucking, like, sex joke, rape joke type of thing. If it's just like a one-done type of thing. But when you're going on about it like this, you're trying to make someone believe something. That's a bit, okay, now you're pulling in, like, the territory of, like, Sam Pepper when he fucking did the kidnapping prank. At that point, that's really not a joke. Now you're just being dark to try and be dark. And that's not always fucking funny. Let's go. Curse, Cowardly Dog could pull something off like that. Like, being dark to be dark is funny.
The cartoon.
But brother, you're not a cartoon. You're not a fucking cartoon, and you're not a dog.
By the way, I don't walk to the local synagogue and get baby foreskins. So,
That one I know for sure. But
Okay.
like, buddy, I'm gonna be honest with you, Danny.
Yeah.
I look at you, and sometimes I think to myself, "What the fuck has he done to get to this point?" Because you look at how many famous people are being exposed now, and I'm thinking about every famous person I've ever like fucked with, and now I'm like,
to be fair, it's not the first time people have thought that he might have some Holly weird connections out there.
I hope
People
he's being honest when he says he doesn't, because I hope he's one of the few people that don't.
But how would sex trafficking a hypothetical girl like improve my YouTube career? And I get you. I get you take it
I'm gonna
seriously.
be blunt with you, okay? I'm
Yeah.
gonna be blunt with you because again, I like to try and see both sides of the scenario. That's why I've told you there's 3 different outcomes that come out with that. If you're someone who is extremely fucking desperate, maybe, yes, you make YouTube videos. Maybe it's good content, but like myself, okay, let me put my situation out here, right?
Uh-huh.
So about a year back, I was making, I'll be bluntly honest, right? Around 1,000 to 1,500 a month on YouTube. I was making good content, putting it out. I'm still doing some of the similar content, still pushing out that content, but now we're making $400 a month. And so now I'm on that level where like, yes, I can see where people are pieces of shit and do this because that's a good chunk of change. If you sat there and told me, hey, take this fucking 16, 17-year-old across the fucking border to the Texas fucking place, go here, I'll drop you $100 grand. Like, if I were the right kind of person in my current
Sure.
situation, I would say yeah, but like I'm not the person.
So you're saying
I'm
you get
not
how
that
people
guy.
do evil stuff for money.
100%.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's why my whole thought process is like, I don't judge people who get into fucking sex work. I don't judge people who get, fall onto drugs too much.
Yeah.
I get upset with the scenario. I get upset with the disease, but I'm not going to sit there and get upset with the person because I know from personal experience, people don't do things for no reason. There's always some underlying reason, even if they don't know it themselves.
Well, I want to assure you, Chris, that I was just screwing around. I apologize if it made you uncomfortable. I have not had any part in sex trafficking.
I want to believe you, bro, and I really hope so.
It doesn't seem like you do. It doesn't seem like you do.
No, I'm always a skeptical kind of guy, so I always keep that in the back of my mind, like, hey, keep an eye on this kind of thing. Because I've been surprised. I've been blindsided before by people I thought I fucking knew. But I knew for fucking. No, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I get so touchy. Make jokes that far with it. Now also,
This is about sex trafficking.
Yeah, well, more CF. We'll abbreviate to CF.
Okay.
So we had this, me and my friend Aaron at the time, we don't talk anymore, we fought. But like me and Aaron at the time, we were roommates. We had a friend of ours, and I'm just gonna say it, Jeremiah was his name. Fat motherfucker, ugly as shit, lived in adult foster care, like, dude's like in his like roughly early 30s, right? He had told us that, he has a record, he had something back, as a Romeo and Juliet thing. He was dating her, he turned 18, she was 17 at the time still, the mom hated him. And me and Aaron, like, I was like, okay, whatever, it's not enough for me to really hate him. If he was 17, she was 17 when they first got together. That's what Romeo and Juliet's there to protect, is when two 17-year-olds get together and one's just a couple of months above the other.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm like, okay, the Romeo and Juliet law can apply there. Not 16 and 18, but like a 17-year-old who's only like 3 months behind her boyfriend. I'm not going to be upset about that, really.
But this guy you call the fat
No, this
shit,
guy.
what did he do?
So anyhow, that's how he explained his situation.
Yeah.
Until one day, one of my old Discord mods hit me up and like, hey, we did a little bit of deep digging for you because we couldn't find much on him. Because there was a day, little background as to why we were looking into it. He came over to our apartment and was yelling at Aaron to a point where Aaron was like on the fucking ground in tears. And I had to come up and tell the dude straight up, like, dude, you don't get the fuck out of here. I'm going to scalp you. I'm going to fucking lay you out bleeding now with what the fuck you're doing to this kid who's fucking way more autistic than I, like, worse off than fucking I am.
Wait. What happened to an autistic kid?
So Aaron is autistic and has more worse off disabilities than I do when it comes to mentally.
Uh-huh.
So when I came out, I was like, dude, you really come and ask someone who's fucking autistic and worse off than me? You come fucking here, come fuck with this kid, I'll fucking scalp you. Get the fuck out of
Was he
here.
trying to have sex with the autistic person?
No, he was fucking, I don't know what it was, because they showed up, they wanted to talk with him. And Aaron, like, the next thing I hear is Aaron crying. I come out because he's out in the hallway. Because we're living in an apartment at the time, right? He's out in the hallway talking to him because they just randomly showed up and said they wanted to talk. And I come out there, I told him to go. Aaron looks at me and he's like, dude, he was just he wasn't clear about anything. He was fucking distraught. And like I said, that night, after my Discord mods had heard about that, they did deep digging. They found the police record for him. Turns out the guy was, Emming a 14-year-old when he was 24. And when I found that out, he showed up to my house one last time and I pulled a knife on him.
What's Emming?
What?
Emming.
M013ST3.
Oh.
I don't know what that was. I couldn't follow that.
We aren't really supposed to say
Okay.
that on YouTube. But
Okay. Yeah.
no, we found out he straight up did. And like the mother called him, like, we looked this up. And it was looked into this case file. They literally pulled up for us. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So he showed up to the house, they showed up to our apartment one last time, and I pulled a knife on him and I said straight up, get the fuck out. I looked at him dead in the face and said, you've been lying to me and Aaron for fucking years.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck do you mean? Pulled his fucking record up, pulled up my phone and said, you sat there and did this to a kid? And you were 20 fucking 4. Oh, Romeo and Juliet law, if you're looking at the legal sense in Michigan, there's a legal allowance of a 2-year age gap. Buddy, that's 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
And you lied for years to people about your charges. And by law, you have to be open about them. You have to inform them. And you know what the worst part is? His adult foster home is right next to an elementary school.
That's messed up, dude.
This got dark.
When I tell you jokes like that, when I tell you jokes like that go that far, when I'm telling you right now that gets to me, it is a personal thing for me. Like I fucking had someone in my life that would make those jokes, and like I don't sit there and say, oh, I don't say that to be a dick and be like, oh, I don't believe you. I'm saying that because in the past I believed someone saying they didn't do that when they were making that kind of joke, and then one day I found out it wasn't a fucking joke. Sorry if I'm a little emotional right now, but like it is something that gets to me. It's like, okay, a simple one-off joke, sure, two-off joke, sure. When you're going off for minutes at a time, trying to like make some like it's a bit much. It's not a movie. We're not making some film about this type of thing. We're supposed to have a conversation.
I just want to play a little publicist right now. All right. Next time somebody asks you about Danny, all right, are you going to bring up this sex
No, I'll talk about the things that I know for a fact about Danny, and that's it. I'm not going to fucking
I appreciate that.
That's something that, again, like, if I got problems with people, typically, if you would have met me 10 years ago, oh, you're damn right, I've been pissed enough to do it and everything.
Are you going to tell anybody about Leo's baby foreskin?
But now that I'm older and I've matured more, and a lot of it's thanks to my friends that I currently have around me, I can be like, okay, yeah, that pissed me off, but like, clearly this is just some sort of one-time thing. This ain't something that's going to be fucking happening daily. And even though I'm skeptical enough to be like, yeah, I really do hope, it's not in the sense of, oh, yeah, I really do think it is. Yeah, I just really hope I'm not making that same mistake of trusting someone that I'm hoping I can trust, only to find out.
Danny was joking, so I kind of want to turn your anger towards a man that tells you what furniture you can sit on. Because it can hold you up. I'd rather you.
Okay, look, I will admit. Okay, Brooks could be a bit more fucking kinder about it. All right, there is better wording he could fucking use. Yeah. But I'm going to emphasize this again. He's not being unreasonable.
Yeah. No, yeah. When you came in, he goes, make sure.
Big money on that couch.
$3,000. I wasn't being unreasonable. I mean, I'm joking. I'll stop joking.
That's it. That's the last
one. But like that's straight up, like, for me, like, people saying stuff like that, yes, there's better ways to fucking say he could have been better at saying it. But like, at the same time, like, I don't want to be the one that fucking cost the dude a fucking $1,000 because it's fucking couch breaking because I sat down on the son of a bitch.
Chris, if that got too dark, I apologize. We were for a long time. Just know that if I had done that, I would hopefully have the sense to not talk about it on a podcast.
Please don't be that.
And if I'm that brazen where I'm talking about sex trafficking on a podcast, you could probably assume that I haven't sex trafficked anybody because I probably wouldn't want that kind of heat, right? I wouldn't want that kind of heat.
I really don't, man. Because I tell you, man, I can't. I don't know, it's like...
Can I look into your eyes and tell you I'm not a sex trafficker? Will that help at all?
Come on, you guys need to... We need to change the dynamic.
Let me try.
We just need to talk about something different.
Let me try. I want to try one more.
Spill the water.
It was empty. I drank it all. I'm into hydration. Chris? I am not a sex trafficker.
And that makes me happy to know.
Do you believe him?
Sure.
No, you don't.
No. See, the whole thing is me saying, sure, let's just be like in the quickest, most easy way to tell me, yeah, I believe it. The dude's a comedian type. He likes to make jokes. Sometimes the jokes go a little far.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not something that I'm going to sit here and make a fucking year-long issue about. I'm not like a fucking butthurt fucking commentator YouTuber who gets pissed because I'm actually fucking going out and enjoying something and they're sitting behind their fucking computer pissed off making videos about people and spreading fucking lies.
See, there you and I can come together is I think there's nothing worse than commentary YouTubers who don't create anything. They just try to tear down other people.
Oh no, and I got some that I would love to tear into and stuff. And I won't directly give them any kind of credit because I don't want these motherfuckers, making another dime off my name. Some of these motherfuckers are making a shit ton of money on videos about me that, like, I'm making pennies, but they're making thousands upon my fucking name. Yeah, and let me tell you something.
They're worse than sex traffickers.
The other poultry meat that is not chicken, that is typically eaten once a year, the poultry meat of Tom's, I don't have a good thought of. And I hope to God, one day we can have a conversation and clear up some of those issues. Because this motherfucker, let me tell you, the other side of chicken from Uncle Tom, they got a lot of good shit wrong and a lot of stuff that if they just reach out and talk to a person, they figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's ridiculous. No, so like a really good example, right? We had a commentator YouTuber, and I only want to be brief with this, but I do want to talk more about future stuff and talk about, more of the better things that are happening. But I do want to bring this up because this is legit. I'm saying legitimate, like I'm joking and being jovial about it, but it's real. People are making hateful videos about me and spreading lies. They're trying to fucking dox me, and they're literally making thousands of fucking dollars off my fucking name. And yet YouTube, for some reason, I know there's a shadow fucking ban. There's no way there isn't. Because how do you go from a year back making fucking nearly $1,200 a month consistently down to fucking $400 in a couple of months of time without some bullshit happening?
I will say that that's a pretty regular fluctuation. That's
when it's been nearly a year now with no changes since, like that's, I don't think that's a fluctuation, brother. That's it's bad. We're not.
I will say there have been streaks of months where I'm literally making 3 times as much as I am on other months on AdSense.
Yeah, but I'm not like on AdSense. I'm barely making a damn thing, but all these people that are making these commentary videos about me do.
Because they're playing the game, though. They're playing the game. They know what to mute. They know what not to show. They know how to go viral.
Here's the fucking problem, right?
I don't like commentary videos either, so I'm on your side. But I just want you to get into a more positive, productive mind frame.
What gets me, Danny, is these people are spreading fucking lies.
Sure, I get it. You think nobody's talking shit about me on the internet? I get it.
Well, not.
I get it.
Here's the problem, though. People are buying these fucking lies, which is the worst part. No one thinks to fucking come talk to me to figure out this.
Let's defend you. What is the worst lie?
So the worst one, personally, right? This is personally. There's other lies that have been spread about my crew that pissed me off even more than the personal shit. But I'll just stick to the personal stuff. All right? There's one commentator YouTuber that I fucking hate. Now, I fucking love animals. I could never harm an animal. I literally used to help a non-profit rescue fucking cats, and I didn't make a dime for my fucking time. All I got was fucking trauma seeing some of these animals' conditions. We had a cat. We had a cat back when my mom was alive named Preston. Preston was missing an eye. This guy made a commentary video on me, ripping into me and lied and said that I shot the fucking cat's eye out, that I was shooting my cat every day.
Jesus.
Told these people, got thousands upon hundreds of thousands of people to fucking believe this, to a point where I was getting harassed in my fucking live streams about it. What happened to fucking Preston? I'm sorry if I get emotional. It's hard for me to draw myself back in moments like this, but this specific one fucking gets me. Preston is a cat that we fucking rescued in the middle of a fucking winter snowstorm. We got a fucking call from college like chick saying, hey, I got a kitten under my deck that's sick and I'm worried sick about it. And I gotta go on my fucking moped on black ice trying to fucking make it without crashing because my mother's there with the SUV. She's called me, hey, I can't get this cat. I need you to come by and try to get this fucking cat or it's gonna fucking, and you crawl into the fucking house and you see a cat's face matted shut, mouth and eyes from infection. You want to know what fucking happened to Preston? You want to know why he lost a fucking eye, you piece of shit?
No.
He lost it from an infection that melted his eye because he was under someone's deck for 2 fucking weeks with no food or water in the middle of a fucking winter snowstorm after its mother abandoned him. He was going to lose his other eye. But my mother and Dr. Gaspari fucking saved the cat's other eye. They couldn't save the other one. They couldn't shut the fuck out to Dr. K, man. I never thought about before shut the fuck out to him.
Dr.
He helped
K,
my fucking mother out so much. He knows the fucking truth about Preston because he told me and my mother straight up, Preston should not have made it through that night. That first night, that cat should have fucking died. And yet, but not even 4 months later, it's way back up in weight. It's actually growing into its adult, like, actual size. And it's happy. And yes, it doesn't have one of its eyes, but it had its other one saved. And it hurts. And, like, I need to draw myself back. I'm getting really fucking emotional. I'm trying to do better at catching myself. Because something that does sometimes land me in some hot water and shit is when I get emotional. That's how my Twitch got banned. It was a very emotional moment, and it just... Someone abused that moment and fucking it hit me. It hit me hard.
I think your cash cow is suing this bastard.
You know, if I knew the real name, I probably would look into it. And regardless, I do know the screen name.
Out for you.
I do know the screen name, and they straight up admitted that they were doing it just to be funny. I got into a call with the guy who did. I got into a call with the guy who got my Twitch banned. A fucking Discord call, and I asked him, "Hey, why'd you do it?" "Oh, because I thought it'd be funny." I said, "Oh, you think it's fucking funny taking away a third of someone's income?" "Oh, what? I didn't think I did." "You didn't think you did that. You didn't think you just took a third of my income at a time when I'm dealing with someone who fucking takes 90 fucking % of it."
Not B.
No, not B. No, B is like literally like, when I say this, I don't joke. He does not make a cent off of me. And that's not something I like.
You said that so many times.
No, I stress this because so many people.
He's hitting on one of the girls in the dining room right now. He's
Well, no.
like, hey, you know, I can take you out. And you don't make a cent off me. How are you going to pay for it?
Here's the big thing. Here's the big thing, right? So I don't necessarily say that with pride. I want to be making enough. I want these videos to be doing good enough so I can fucking drop in. Like I said, drop a minimum $2 grand a fucking month would be great. But especially someone like me, $2 grand a month in my pocket, sure as I'm living a good fucking life. You know what I'm saying?
How much is your rent?
I don't have rent. I own my own place.